If Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag is going, then after the finest moment of his time in charge, with the FA Cup being lifted in front of thousands of ecstatic red hordes at Wembley, is quite the way to go. Ten Hag spent the build-up to this final showpiece against all-conquering arch-rivals Manchester City, shrouded in speculation that this would be his final game, a dead manager walking, simply waiting for new United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe to give him the final shove over the precipice. Manchester City were here to inflict the last humiliation on him before departure, to deliver the final blow and see a beleaguered figure on his way. Instead, in one of those delicious twists sport so often delivers, Ten Hag produced a tactical masterclass to beat Manchester City 2. 1. The Dutchman hoisted off his feet in wild celebration at the final whistle by Warrior defender Lisandro Martinez before moving to share that rarest of experiences, offering the hand of consolation to a beaten Pep Guardiola. The scale of United's achievement when the pressure was at its highest for the manager and players is that this was City's first loss, apart from a penalty shootout against Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final, since they lost at Aston Villa on the 6th of December. Whether this makes any difference to Old Trafford's decision-makers, led by Ratcliffe, remains to be seen, but for all his suffering and the criticism he has had, much of it justified after such a dismal season. Ten Hag rightly enjoyed this moment in the Wembley sun. Ratcliffe and his new-look football structure are unlikely to shape the future based on one game, no matter how glorious, and a pertinent question might be to ask where the United that outflanked City, especially in a thrilling first half, have been all season. The post-match statement issued by Ratcliffe did not contain any hints about Ten Hag's future, but it did not offer any public support either, which looked significant. The manager's answer, as it has been all along, is to correctly point out that he inherited a club and team which interim predecessor Ralf Rangnick claimed needed open-heart surgery. He also pointed to a horrendous injury list, saying after United's win, "I tell you this all year. When the players are fit, we can play good football. This was a very good performance against the best team in the world." I think the criticism has been unfair. The team, me as well, it was not right. We didn't have the players. We have seen the same things. Not always good football, definitely not. But we had to make compromises all the time, and then you can't play the football you want. I had the full squad available maybe 3 or 4 times in 2 years. Even here we were missing massive players like Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Casemiro. All fair points, but undermined by a lack of strategy and control on too many occasions. And a Champions League campaign that was a washout, United not even getting out of the group stage. And United certainly flew by the seat of their pants as they took a scenic route to winning the FA Cup for the 13th time. They lost a 2-goal lead before beating League Two Newport County in the 4th round, secured a dramatic 4-3 win against Liverpool in the quarter-final with Amad Diallo's goal in the last seconds of extra time, before avoiding serious embarrassment in the semi-final, giving up a 3-0 advantage to championship side Coventry City. This wonderful win over the 4-time Premier League champions was almost routine in comparison, but nothing must be taken away from Ten Hag's masterly game plan and organization that brought them 2 goals to cherish in the first half. And the fact they were scored by teenagers Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo will bring added pleasure, if that is possible, to United, a club that has always cherished young talent. Mainoo's goal was a thing of beauty. Marcus Rashford's perfect raking cross finding Garnacho, whose cross was met by the subtle touch and perfect vision of Bruno Fernandes. Mainoo, at just 19, was voted player of the match with a display of consummate maturity and control, proving he has the temperament for the biggest occasion against the best opposition, which will be noted by England manager Gareth Southgate ahead of Euro 2024. You could also see how much it meant to Rashford after a miserable week, in which his decline this season was underlined by Southgate's decision to axe the forward from England's 33-man provisional squad for the tournament in Germany. Rashford was in tears during United's celebrations with their fans after the FA Cup was presented. So where does all this leave Ten Hag? Taken in the round, this had been a poor season up to this point, until the glorious salvation and redemption in this unlikely triumph that brings Europa League football to Old Trafford next season. Kindly like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments section.